So I have played about maybe 10 hours or under of Street Fighter 6 so far. Highly addicting game, by the way. And it's only been out for a few days now, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit and talk about my early impressions on the game and what I think of it, obviously by the title of the video, duh. But yeah, let's talk about it a bit. So Street Fighter 6 has 3 different modes. It has Fighting Ground, World Tour, and Battle Hub. So we're gonna nitpick each one, not nitpick, but go through each and every one of the 3, and I'm gonna talk about them a bit, what I think of them, what I think of the modes, what I think of the different things in the game. Is the game good? Is the game awful? Is it better than the last Street Fighter game? Well, maybe, maybe not. So before I talk about these modes, yes, it is better than Street Fighter 5. And the reason why is because, well, it has more modes, it has more variations, it has different fighting sets you can go with, you can do some different customizations, the game is very colorful, the game is a lot smoother, the game looks better visually, the game is faster paced. Just, there's so many more improvements in Street Fighter 6 than there was in Street Fighter 5, and I really, really love that. And I'm going to get into a reason that makes this game so much better than Street Fighter 5 for me. And listen, one of the big reasons is because I've never been the greatest at Street Fighter games. I've always had a soft spot for Street Fighter 2. It was always my favorite Street Fighter game growing up as a kid, and throughout the years playing Street Fighter 2. I have it on the Genesis Mini, I believe, and I've played it on so many different systems and in arcades and everything. And it's such a wonderful game. And the different versions of Street Fighter 2 as well. I have played 3, I've played 4, I played some of the EX series and random games out there related to Street Fighter, like Street Fighter Cross Tekken and stuff. Like, I have dabbled in these games a little bit when I was younger and stuff, but not all that much to where I played it a lot the way I did Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 for me, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't enjoy it that much, and the reason why is because, look, I've never been that good at these controls. Like, even with a fight stick, I've just never been that good at the classic controls for Street Fighter. And Street Fighter 5 was another that I owned, and I owned the arcade edition even, and it has a wonderful roster now. When it first came out, me and my brother played it, and we had a little bit of fun because he bought it first of all, the original version, and we had some fun with it, but not the fun that I am having with Street Fighter 6. Unfortunately, he's moved out, he's far away now, he's not around to play Street Fighter 6 with me, but if he were here, he would really heavily enjoy playing it with me. And the biggest reason why is because modern controls. Oh my gosh, let me tell you guys, modern controls is such a game changer for me with Street Fighter 6. Even my one buddy who's playing the game as well, forget using the classic controls, at least for us personally. Like, I know the classic controls for like Ryu and Ken and some of the OG characters a little bit, but I'm better at Mortal Kombat and like Dragon Ball Fighters and Marvel vs. Capcom and Smash especially. I've always been better at those games than Street Fighter, because I feel like they're a little easier with the controls side of things. And having those modern controls, to me, makes Street Fighter 6 just so much more fun to me in figuring out the ways to play. And it's a lot less difficult than how Street Fighter 5 and the previous titles were. So if you have not played much Street Fighter in your life, or you are not big on fighting games, or not big on Street Fighter as a whole, I am going to say that I do recommend that you check out Street Fighter 6, even if it's when it's on a sale. You know, you don't have to get it at full price if you're not big on fighting games, but I do recommend that you check this game out. Now, the first mode that I'm going to talk about is Fighting Ground. Fighting Ground has the verses where you can make your own lobbies, custom lobbies to play with friends, to play co-op and fight each other. And it also has the arcade mode, which is a very important thing. You can either do verse against 5 opponents or 12 opponents, with each and every character having their own unique storyline. And now there is also just regular verses, there's practice modes in there. Just your typical usual Street Fighter modes are in Fighting Ground, which is cool. It just has your usual typical modes, which is kind of the way that Street Fighter 5 came out with at launch, was just like that stuff. And Street Fighter 5 was in a very weird position back in 2015. And it was, Capcom as a whole was in a weird position back in 2015, as I don't think they had their redemption until 2017. But this isn't a video talking about all of Capcom as a whole, but Capcom was in a weird position for quite a few years until Resident Evil 7 in 2017, and so on and so forth. Now, next up would be the Battle Hub. I love the Battle Hub. And here's the thing, I'm not going to get into the character creator yet because that's for the next mode, but my original character was absurd looking.
What is your avatar, dude?
Mine?
Oh
Mine?
my god.
Yeah.
Why is he so flat?
And I didn't realize that you could save multiple characters for the game, so I accidentally deleted him, but I'm going to make some other monstrosities in the future. But I just made me for now. And in the Battle Hub, you can interact with other people. You can go down, sit in arcade cabinets, and that's where you verse each other in casual or in ranked. Also in the fighting ground mode is where you can also click on ranked or casual. I think it's not ranked. I think it's just casual at the arcade machines in the Battle Hub. And what I love about the Battle Hub is it gives me vibes of other games that I have always loved, such as Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And I think that it really works for Street Fighter. And I think that other fighting games absolutely should do this. Like Soul Calibur would fit right in for doing a Battle Hub because their character creator's already there, you know? If they do a Soul Calibur 7, hands down, do a Battle Hub. And there's different mini games in there. You can play Street Fighter 2 in Street Fighter 6. You can play Final Fight in Street Fighter 6, and there's another game, I can't remember the name of it, but it's similar to like Space Invaders Galaga Mix that Capcom did back in the day, and I just think it's amazing that they're including these things just because they're there, you know? They should be there. I think other fighting games in the future need to take aspects from Street Fighter 6 into account for their games. Like, this game has Street Fighter 2 inside of Street Fighter 6. There's a game inside of a game. There's multiple games inside of a game. And I think that, I don't know if Mortal Kombat 1's going to do it, or whatever, but I think that Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and any other fighting game franchises in the future needs to learn from what Street Fighter 6 has done in adding features such as this, such as little old games in there that give you just extra things to do. And also in the Battle Hub, there is also a customization center, a shop where you can buy customizations for your character and different things like that. But we'll get into how you unlock that stuff and where things go there. Now, the final mode is the big one. The absolute biggest one for a lot of people's reasons for buying this game. Like a lot of the casual fans, at least. Like myself, I'm more casual, for sure. I will get into ranked, though, with this game, just because the modern controls are so much fun. But World Tour mode is a very big deal, because you get to create your own character, you get to save multiple characters, which I found really cool. I did not expect that you could actually save more than one character. But in World Tour mode, you get to create your own character, and after you create your character, you go through a storyline. I'm not super far in it yet, I'm only like a little over 4 hours in. But basically, you get a teacher, you get to use their moves, you unlock other teachers throughout the game, throughout traveling the world, and the other teachers, you get to learn their movesets, you get to learn more moves from them as you level them up and learn more things. And at a certain level, I think you'll unlock their alternate skins and costumes and stuff in-game, that way you don't gotta pay money for those. And you also run around and do different side quests for different people, random NPCs. You can run into any NPC that you want to, literally uppercut them and fight them. You don't even, like, some of them might not have a fighting thing where you press square and you decide to fight them. You can either fight them or talk to them. Some of them might not have that, but you can do, like, a spinning bird kick or rising uppercut from Luke or Chun-Li, and boom, you'll be in a fight with them. You could literally fight an old lady, and it'll work. So outside of that, you also can buy food for your character for different upgrades, such as helping restore your health, such as gaining strength, such as gaining defense, such as making your attacks more powerful. There's also a perk upgrade system to gain health, to gain defense, gain stronger punches, stronger kicks, be able to get more customization slots for your character, for new abilities, or more clothing, different variations of clothing. There's different clothing shops in the game. I've only found one so far, but there's different clothing shops throughout the different locations that you do travel to. There is also a night and day cycle, which is also really cool and actually unique, because it doesn't automatically go from day to night, at least not that I know of. You have to go sleep in an apartment basically and choose day or night. And during the daytime, it's a little less calm, you know. There's plenty of NPCs, but it's a little less calm. And then at nighttime, there's way more like bad people around, and they have the boxes over their heads, and they will chase after you. Well, they'll chase after you no matter what day or night cycle it is, but at nighttime there's way more of them. There's higher levels of them, and if you can't get around them, well, they're gonna hit you unless you hit them first, and they're gonna chase you. And it's super cool, the amount of things that there kind of is to do. And there'll be unique side quests where you got to go like fight someone to get a specific item from them in order to make something or do something specific for someone, or like weird side quests for Street Fighter, which is crazy. They literally turned Street Fighter 6 into an RPG, but in a good way. And they took aspects from Final Fight as well, and there's different cameos in the story mode as well, which are also super cool in my opinion. And they took aspects from like Final Fight and other classic arcade games with the fighting mechanics, because you can literally do like 2v2, 2v6, or like whenever you have an ally with you, or 1v8. But there'll be like 2 or 3 guys on screen at the same time that you're fighting. It's super cool. It is so much fun. It's just really cool. So like I said, World Tour mode, you basically you get someone to train with, whether it be Luke, Chun-Li, Lily, Ryu, Ken, whoever. You get someone to train with, to train under, and you can change your trainer anytime after you meet one. You level them up, you unlock new moves and new abilities from them. You level up your character levels up at any time. He gains experience no matter what fights you're in, no matter what you do. You buy more items to heal, to strengthen your strength for a temporary amount of time, this and that. There's a skill tree. The skill tree is awesome, and it's just an amazing mode. I heard it's like 20 to 25 hours, and it might take even longer than that if you want to 100% it, which I'm someone who probably is going to want to 100% it possibly, because you unlock more things without having to pay money or any of that, and you can unlock way more things between your character and between all the actual fighting characters. With that being said, how do all of the actual characters in the game play though? I haven't really talked about that. They play amazing. Like, not quite every character is for me, but I think everyone's going to have that when they play a fighting game. Not every character is going to be for you, you know. But once you find those characters, it's so much fun. With the new modern controls, Street Fighter 6 is one of the greatest fighting video games ever made. Like, even without the modern controls. Take the modern controls away. Listen, even without the modern controls, the amount of detail in this game, from the colors to the pop, just the colors popping, to the graphics, to the characters' lip syncs, the gameplay, everything is just there. Everything is just there. But the modern gameplay style really is a huge game changer for this game, and I very much so just think that all the characters have their own unique play style, and they're all a ton of fun. And normally I don't buy season passes, but I bought the season pass for this because I played the demo and I enjoyed it, and it's just so easy to pick up and learn, whether you're using a controller or you're using a fight stick. It's easy to pick up and learn this game and have fun with friends, or have fun online casually, or doing the single player mode. There's just so much here with Street Fighter 6 compared to other previous Street Fighter titles, and I really love it. So that being said, these are really just early impressions right now. Maybe I'll do a full review in the future, I don't know. But I just really wanted to talk about this game to you guys and really just show off some of the stuff in the game and what it's like, and tell you my early impressions and thoughts on Street Fighter 6. Do I recommend it at full price? It's actually worth the full price. But if you're not big into fighting games and you're not big into Street Fighter, I recommend just waiting for a sale, but I do recommend that you do play it. I do recommend that you do play it someday in the future. Like, if you see a sale and it's like half off or something, pick it up. Like, I'm telling you, if you're not a big fan of Street Fighter or fighting games in general, and you're more of a casual fighting game fan, the story mode alone, like the single player mode alone, is worth your money if you're like a fan of RPGs, because it's not that difficult as you level up and explore and do your own thing, and the gameplay is just there. The gameplay is right. It just feels smooth and good, and it's a lot of fun. And honestly, I think a lot of casual people, or people who aren't big on Street Fighter, are going to end up playing this game and checking it out. I mean, the reviews are fantastic, and these are just my early impressions, really. I've only played maybe like 10 hours, like I said. I haven't played a heck of a ton yet, but I am enjoying it so far a lot, severely enjoying it, and I really highly recommend that you check it out. Or wait till it's on sale if you're not a big Street Fighter fan or whatever, and I do think that maybe you'll enjoy yourself playing it. Even if you just play the single player mode, you'll get a good chunk of hours out of it, or casually play with friends. You will have a good experience and a fun time with Street Fighter 6. So, anyways guys, thanks so much for checking out this Street Fighter 6 video. I do recommend it, And if you did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, maybe check out some of my other videos, maybe Comic-Con ones or whatever else that I may have done. Thanks so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game, or let me know your memories with Street Fighter, or if this is a game that you might want to pick up in the future. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.